Okay, fans, this is Gary McNeil, out of breath. We just got here, and we're humping, trying to get this thing together, bring you another London Athletic Contest. I'll get my breath here in a minute, along with Keith Smith. We are down at Greenfield, Keith, and London's coming in with a, I believe, 6-3 record. And do you know what Greenfield's record is?
Well, actually, Greenfield started out 5-1. They've lost their last 3 ball games. So last week they got taken apart by Licking Valley 61-6. So they're on kind of a downhill slide right now.
So it makes them like 5-4 then, huh?
Yep.
The 3, if I'm, you know, because I did take math in school, in second grade. But anyway, this game could be very crucial. We are on the borderline, I think, of possibly getting in the playoffs. So everybody keep your fingers crossed. We may need some help from somebody else. But in the meantime, we're getting ready for this game down here at Greenfield.
Should be a great ball game tonight.
I think it will. So you guys, people, stick around. And by the way, we got a 10 up here. We're hoping for no rain. So if you don't mind, I'm say a quick prayer. Dear Lord, hold off the rain for at least a couple hours. Thank you. And that was serious. Amen. Take us home. Football team, we're getting ready to make their entry onto the field. Getting ready to bust through the sign, the reusable sign we've got out there. London Red Raiders against the Greenfield McLean Tigers. Here we go. Tyree leads them out on the field. As per usual, this is the last seasonal game, barring any chances we might get in the playoff. So we're looking for a win here. I'm sure Greenfield McLean's coming off of a big loss, Keith, so they're probably going to be fired up big time, looking to revenge that loss they got from what, Licking Valley last week?
Yeah, last week Licking Valley really completely dominated the football game, 61-6. And earlier tonight we was talking to some of the people in the booth for Greenfield McLean, and they said they were just happy to see that ball game get over.
Yeah, I want to send out a congratulations to Madison Plains on their win last week. Seems like their football team's coming along. They don't have that many wins, but they've been in almost every game that they've played. And they really surprised me against Licking Valley, so they're a lot better than what people think they are. It's just a move here and a move there. And
well, one game we're kind of watching tonight would be the Licking Valley Lakewood game that's being played at Licking Valley. I expect Licking Valley to win pretty easy, but an upset there could possibly
be nice to get an upset, but I'm looking for it to be a no-brainer because Licking Valley, they got some speedsters. But enough about Licking Valley. And by the way, we don't have a monitor here, so I don't have a clue what Carl's on. I think he's on the cheerleaders right now. So giving them a little play. They work hard all year long. I've been out to the school when they were doing their practices, and I tell you what, they practice just as hard as the boys do. It's not the physical contact, but buddy, they do a lot of work, so they're to be commended.
Hey, Gary, when we was walking in there tonight, we got a glimpse of Greenfield McLean out there warming up. What do you think, your initial impression?
My initial impression was a bunch of fat boys. No, they look big. I don't see anybody going 300 pounds on their roster, but from what I was seeing, I seen a lot of...
Yeah, we see some 260, 280s.
A lot of chunky guys out there. I don't know what kind of speed they got. London will be kicking off. We are out in the open here. People across the street there can sit right in their upstairs window and watch the game. And the people behind us, right across from us, can watch. Well, I guess they couldn't see through the bleachers. Some of them rooms are high enough, though.
It looks like London's brought quite a few of their freshmen with them tonight. I don't know if that's a sign of trying to get some more playing time for the younger kids.
McLean built a new school here. It just wraps around the football field. They got a big clock that tells them they weren't ready to start right in the middle of the school. Right, that big clock sitting up there. It's not 7:30 yet, so they couldn't start. The official stopped the game until the bell rings. Now he says it's okay. So we got Myers kicking off as usual.
It's like number 7, Nick Smith, deep for the Tigers.
And he takes it at the 15-yard line. He picks up a wall. He's looking for a hole, and he's going to be brought down at about by Matt Russell. Matt Russell's back healthy. He was having some trouble with his ankle, I believe, last week.
Yeah, he hurt that on the first extra point. I thought he hurt it on the original kickoff, but he hurt it on the first extra point last week.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 38-yard line. Our first look at Greenfield McLean's offense.
Well, they've got a quarterback this year that's thrown for about 1,300 yards in 9 ball games. So I look for Greenfield McLean to put the ball in the air quite a bit.
Doing some switching already. Got a man in motion to the near side. They're looking to pass. Oh, quarterback keeper. It looked like a set-up play. And he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards.
At number 8, Mark Hunter, the quarterback for the Tigers.
I didn't catch the tackler. Tyree in on that tackler. He, see what position they got him at tonight.
Looks like
go ahead.
Line Tyree up the linebacker and play Dusty Jones at the wide side defensive end.
Right now we got a perfect night for football. Got the ends switching positions once again. They go to the opposite side of the field. Quarterback's keeping the ball. He's looking for a pitch out, and he gets loose, and he's going to move the chains by after tackle by Jordy Jackson. He eluded a couple tacklers, and number 29. That would be
29.
Brock, okay, 32. Looked like 29 from here. These lights were up high enough. Call these lights are right in our eyes right up here.
Well, McLean's running an unbalanced line from right to the beginning. They're putting the tight end and the wide out on the same side of the field, and twice now they've run the play to the odd tackle side.
Yep, they're pulling the same play to inside. They're coming to the wide side, to the near side. Wide out. Laney misses a tackle. They got to run. He's run out of bounds by number 45. And that will be Willard, and another first down for the Tigers.
At number 10, Ryan Van Dyke, a backup quarterback that also plays tailback for Greenfield McLean.
They're using the whole field there.
Well, 3 plays in a row, we've seen them run to the unbalanced side of the line, so I don't know if that's a tendency or they're just setting us up, Gary.
Well, the first play looked like they were setting up for a pass, and the pass wasn't there. And it might have been a setup for the quarterback to slip to the near side. But anyway, here we go. We got wideouts to the near side this time.
Same unbalanced line, and they're running.
And it should have been a flag here. They're stringing it out, and a tackle by Laney as he's drugged down, and a no gainer there. Oh, I was looking for the flags, but they're on, the chains are on this side. No wonder I couldn't see them. We're on the opposite side of the field this time, Carl. Normally the chains are away from us.
That's number 10, Ryan Van Dyke, a 6'1", 165-pound sophomore running the ball for Greenfield McLean.
We are sitting up here on a rebuilt press box. I'm looking to go through it any minute. Wideouts to the opposite side of the field.
Now they bring their tight end to the wide side.
And then right up the middle, quick hitter, no gainer. As Ryan Van Dyke's brought down by 89.
69, Micah Stokes, and 54, Dusty Jones.
I'm gonna need some glasses. Yeah. And there goes a bat.
It's the lighting, Gary. It's the lighting.
If you see the camera go flying all kind of ways,
means we just
Batman up here. We got a Batman up here that don't like bats too well. And we have it set up this time wide out to the near side.
It's going to bring up almost 3rd and 10 for McLean.
No score in the game so far. They air it out. And it's caught and up. Incomplete. 18-wheeler in on that.
Yeah, I think he just way overthrew that ball. Number 7, Nick Smith out there trying to make the reception for McLean.
I'm going to turn that monitor around, Carl, so I can see it. You don't need the monitor. Yeah.
That's going to bring up 4th and almost 10 for the Tigers. So big play here for them on their first drive.
4th and 9 on the 29-yard line. There's no score with 9:14 to go in the first quarter.
Now they go with a 2 tight end set with no runners in the backfield.
Quarterback keeper, and he's sacked. Brought down in the backfield by a host of tacklers.
It's like Micah Stokes and Mike Coyle in there on the tackle.
And who was on the bottom but Jordy Jackson right in there on that. So London's going to take over 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. sets up at the fullback backfield tonight. Hand off to nothing doing at the second down and 10. Laney was your ball carrier that time.
Well, that's what we call London's Buffalo package, where they send Micah Stokes in at the tackle position. They move Abbott over to guard position, and they put Dusty Jones, the guard, at the fullback position. So it's primarily a running set. Looks like they're going to go with it again. Normally they run the same side to Abbott and Gorman's on, which would be the near side this time.
He steps back, got 18-wheeler out in the flat. It's there, and the second play of the game, and it's gone for a touchdown. 18-wheeler. The score right now is 6-0. No flags on the play with 8:24 to go in the contest in the first quarter. London scores. 18-wheeler gets his another big play. I hope so, because I'm running my mouth loud enough they can hear me clear back in London. I'm trying to overcome this height. It's working on me.
Looks like Myers in to attempt the extra point for London. Dale with the hold. Myers' kick is up and good. You know, Gary, the big thing there on that touchdown for London is they set up the looked like the Buffalo package, very predictable about where they was headed. They forgot to tell Greenfield McLean which direction they was going to go with the ball. They went ahead and took the long sideline route to Wheeler and hit the touchdown there for 18-wheeler. Nice pass by Dickin, nice protection by his offensive line. You know, almost might look for London to get into a little bit of what you call fun and gun tonight. You know, there's not a whole lot riding on this game. The chance of them actually making the playoffs are probably fairly slim when you look at it. So, you know, maybe London will just come out and have a lot of fun with their offense, and we might see a few different sets and a few different formations, and maybe a little bit more fun and gun.
Like you said, we score 7-0. 8:24 to go in the game. Myers kicks off again. He puts this one clear back to the 10-yard line.
Number 7, Nick Smith, running the ball back.
He's running to the wide side. He takes some long strides, don't he? He's not what you call a quick runner. He strides like a cross-country runner.
He got about a 32-yard return. So
yeah.
He's up to the McLean 42-yard line.
Well, he's taking 5 yards a stride. So they take over 1st and 10. And it's going to be set down on the 40-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a very good spot. Looked like to me he was well up past that.
They're saying 39 on the board, but the chains are on the 39. Up, and we got encroachment. No flag. I thought you couldn't get back.
Well, as long as you don't jump into the neutral zone, and the neutral zone is defined by the 2 stripes that are on either end of the football. As long as you don't get into that stripe area, then you're...
I don't know how they could have helped being in the stripe area that time.
Sure looked like it to me. But the line judge didn't think so.
I kind of like them judges then. Let them play. So it's 2nd and 10 after a no gainer.
Well, McLean's in a more traditional set this time.
He's rolled out, quarterback rolls out, and he's throwing the ball to the far side, and he's hit by number 25.
David Wasmuth there on the
Wasmuth, a quick, snappy hit that time.
Looks like Josh Farber, the sophomore, out there on the reception for McLean. Nice pass by Hunter, but still going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, the quarterback rolled to the far side. Completed the pass, and Wasmuth made a quick hitter on the 4-yard. After a 4-yard gain, we have a 7-0 score with 7:02 to go in the first quarter.
Well, London's going with single-man coverage on the outsides.
They're setting up to throw again. We got material, so he's going nowhere.
That's going to be a
but
first
it's going to
down.
move the chains. Nick Smith knew where he was at. Sean Myers in on that tackle that time.
Well, it was a nice route. He faked going deep and cut it off, and the quarterback Hunter hit him just as soon as he broke. Back to the football.
So we got 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line with 36:35 to go in the first quarter. We have a score of 7-0. London on top. They're going back to that first setup they had, swinging to the near side.
Well, string him out! String out!
He's stringing too.
Tyree chases him
Tyree
down.
knocks him out of bounds, but not till after a first down.
Tell you what, Ryan Van Dyke, he's another stand-up runner with long strides, and he looked pretty quick right there.
Those long strides, he's covering a lot of territory with those long strides. And they say, I see they got is that their one cameraman down there carrying the chains now? Carrying the wires for the coach?
It's like Coach Bermeley's not going to run the camera tonight, probably. Coach
There they go, same play the opposite side. They found a little split there.
Van Dyke, the ball carrier.
And this might be good for about 3 yards.
Tackle by Steve Jones.
And we clear down to about the 24-yard line. So make it 2nd and 8. Still, go ahead.
McLean so far has occasionally run up some some odd formations.
Timeout McLean.
London doesn't seem like they're having too much trouble with that.
Country team consisting of Adam Hunter, Jeremy Luke.
So far, London hasn't. They're going to have to get a little different defense to pick up them wide runs they're running, because they're stretching us out. But they're not only stretching us, they're running north and south too.
Well, I'm actually surprised to be seeing so much running out of Greenfield McLean so early, because they've been noted for their passing game this year, especially one of their quarterback is right up there in Central Ohio for yards passed. So.
You had a trivia question. You want to give it, and then you give the answer later on in the game?
Well, here's the trivia question. We'll see who can figure out this. The 9th largest passing game in Ohio High School Athletic Association history has a direct relationship to this ball game. Okay. We'll give the answer a little bit later.
Answer that a little bit later.
Also got one other trivia question I learned this week that while we're giving them, and we'll see if any of our fans out there might know it, but the top scoring basketball game in Ohio High School Athletic Association history was held by a Madison County resident with 124 points. Can you name him, and what school did he play for?
Okay, we're back to the game. Here comes McLean. Pass play. Ooh. And we had Tyree in there just in time.
He was trying to find number 99, Craig Unger, the 6'2", 210-pound tight end out there.
And he looked like is he 6'2"? I was going to say he looked like he had a little pretty good reach on him. Pass was overthrown. So it makes it 3rd and 8 on the 24-yard line. Score 7-0 London. London scored on the second play of from scrimmage with a long pass to 18-wheeler. I can't remember how many yardage it was.
Oh, it was over 60.
That's a play that beat them pretty bad last year. I'm surprised they weren't up for that one.
Well, London's trying to get some pressure here.
Quarterback's got all kind of room to run.
Hunter's going to run.
And he faked, and he's going to score. He put a fake on Jordan Brock, and the Tigers go in.
I'll tell you what, the London secondary got caught up into trying to cover their man and forgot to watch the quarterback with the football, and that cost them a touchdown.
Somehow they're spreading us out pretty wide.
Number 55, John.
So we have a score of 7-6 now. It was still in the first quarter. 5:38 to go.
It's like number 55, Todd Rooker, on to attempt the extra point for McLean.
That's a beautiful fake he put on Brock, and the ball's.
Dang, nice kick.
It looked like he could kick about a 35-yarder there.
This is just what I expected, Gary. I kind of figured we'd see a tight ball game. Seen London get the way on a big play. Seen McLean have put together 2 drives. One drive kind of stalled out. Their first drive stalled out about the London 30, and the second drive they took it all the way almost 60 yards for the touchdown.
So we have a score of 7-7, as I'm pretty sure you're seeing on the scoreboard right now. 5:38 to go in the first quarter.
Gary, looks like we got a fairly decent crowd that came down from London. I don't think we can probably pick them up on camera. It's kind of hard. We're sitting almost right on top of them. I'm interested to see this kicker's leg here on the kickoff. He looked like he had a pretty good leg on that extra point, so we'll see if Rooker decides to kick it deep for Greenfield McLean. Remember last week, who's London playing? Bexley opted to squib kick quite a bit, trying to stay away from Myers and Brock.
So we got Myers and Brock deep, Willard and Laney. I believe that's Laney. And they squib it.
That's Matt Russell, and he's down. Right there at the 31-yard line.
So we got that's pretty good field position, 31-yard line.
The kicker is down by Matt Russell.
He's ready to run.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And where he got the ball, who knows? He might have had some room there to pick up some yards. So it's first and 10 on the 32-yard line. London will take over.
Yeah, it looks like London's going to go back to the regular formation. The regular eye with Wheeler at the top of your screen, Myers at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, they're in the pro eye setup. Pitch out to Laney. Laney picks up a hole in the middle. To the right side, nothing doing. Like you said, he might have got a yard or two. They're not moving the marker, so it's second down.
Tackled by Mike Bowman and Ronnie.
At about 9.
Most of the games I've seen McLean scores on have all been high-scoring ball games, so look for a lot of offense and maybe not much defense out of this bunch.
London sets up in the same pattern.
It's like they're providing double coverage on Wheeler.
Quick pitch out to Laney, I believe it is. Laney got a little room. He's going to get.
He's going to be short of the first.
Short of first down by a couple yards. So we got a 3rd and 3, 4:54 to go in the first quarter. And we've had 2 scores.
We've seen on 3rd and short quite a bit. London used Dickin straight up the middle on quarterback keepers, but 3 yards is a little bit far for that, maybe. Might see a quarterback draw.
It's going to be a handoff to Laney, and he's going to get the 3 and then some. So Laney powers his way up the right side of the line, and he will pick up about 5 yards. Move the chains.
Typically when London needs a first down, they'll normally run to the strong side behind Tyree and Gorman out there, so that's exactly what they did there for first down.
We got in low wide to this side this time, to the near side. Spread them out, 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. Quick handoff up the middle to Willard. And he's good for maybe a yard or 2.
Scott Willard, the ball carrier. Tackled by Jared Collins. They have 1 yard.
So it's going to be 2nd and 9. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Well, one thing good about this game, our cameraman's able to sit down and do this game. He's in heaven. Almost.
Better not say that.
Yeah, better not say that, yeah. Quick look into Myers and a late hit. And there's no call. No flag.
Anytime you want to run a wide receiver on a slant pattern like that, you've got to look. The linebackers are just looking to pick off receiver coming across the middle. And that time, Craig Unger at 6'2", 210, he kind of took advantage of a 170-pound Sean Myers right there. But that's football.
So we got a 3rd and 9. I'd say we're probably in a passing situation here. London's got 18-wheeler wide to this side.
Putting double coverage on Wheeler on the bottom of your screen. Swing pass, that's going to be a
lateral.
Actually, I don't know if our TV camera caught that. Laney flipped that ball out of bounds with his hand and risked a penalty. Which he should have tried to fall on the ball instead.
I think he was trying to fall on it. He seen he couldn't get to it, so
ball goes out of bounds.
I don't know if that's a penalty or not.
34-yard line.
I don't think you can get a penalty on that. So London's going to be kicking 3 and out this time. No, we got a first down that time, didn't we?
It's like Enlow's got an end-over-end kick.
It's going to get a London bounce. And it's going to roll dead on about the 21, 22-yard line. McLean will take over on 22.
About a 44-yard punt there by Enlow. About 34 in the air and 10 on the ground, but you'll take them any way you can get them right there.
They called that field goal last week a 36-yard field goal. I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah, he kicked it from the 26, so... Yeah, because remember, London had 2 penalties right there that backed them up. It would have been a lot shorter, but they had a substitution penalty and then they had another penalty on top of that. So.
And I guess you count the end zone 10. A quick hitter up the middle, and it's no good. Good for nothing. You're no good.
69, Micah Stokes in there.
Quick hitter, no good. I'm into basketball already. Shot by so-and-so, no good.
Get it 1 yard. Second down and 9.
No, I'll tell you what I'm into. I'm lightheaded up here. I really am.
What's your feel?
That's what I was looking for.
Well, we got some rope, Gary. We can tie you off and take you back over the side.
Hang me over the side, huh? Quarterback reverses field, run down the right side and goes back and he's nothing doing.
Looks like Dickin kept stringing him out there and finally held on to him long enough to get some help to make the tackle.
He was running east and west that time.
And Laney on the stop.
Looking for a hole.
4 yards, third down and 5.
Oh, was that a busted play, or that looked like what they was planning on, Gary? Or?
I think it was busted. From the looks from up here.
My guess is Nick Smith, number 7 on the bottom of your screen, is probably their go-to guy. And that's Hunter. He's looking for Smith here.
This quarterback's elusive. They still ain't got him.
It's like Jordan Brock had all over top of Hunter there. So
Brock and Jordy Jackson in on that tackle.
That's going to bring up 4th and 10 in the punting situation.
Anytime you find a ball player, you're going to find Jordy Jackson around there somewhere.
Down and 2 for McLean.
So was that extra field goal they attempted? Was it blocked?
I guess not. From what I'm hearing, it was set down on the pad wrong.
It slipped off the tee.
Slipped off the tee.
holder set it down on tee and it slipped off. So
of course, that's coaching staff said that. I think it was blocked.
It's like a nice punt there. Fair catch by Dickin.
He didn't. I don't know if he let him know signal.
And that's a new return man there for London, Dickin back there instead of Myers and Wheeler. So
maybe we got somebody hopefully is a little more sure-handed. Because that's scary. So London takes over 1st and 10 on the 46. We're about back where we started.
We got 1:24 to go in this first quarter. It's rolling right along.
Score's still 7-0. I haven't been given a score very often, so excuse me for that. 7-7. That's right, Carl. I was trying to steal 7 from him. Didn't work, did it? Laney strings out to the right side. Nowhere to go.
I'll tell you what, number 99, Craig Unger, he's been all over the place for the Tigers this evening so far.
Craig Unger.
Brought down by Craig Unger and Ronnie Morris.
That's going to bring no gain there, so 2nd and 10 for the Raiders.
Back boys running outside, Gary.
They're moving east and west, buddy. They may be a little more muscle than they are fat.
London brings 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen this time.
And we got a whistle.
Official timeout for equipment repair.
I'll tell you what, I think London's found the mismatch that they're looking for. If they bring 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, they're going to get one-on-one against Wheeler. And that's exactly what they're going to get. I think that's what London's looking for.
Yeah, but they got some rushers over there. You're going to have to get it off.
Like quarterback draw there.
There's nothing doing. He's picked up behind the line of scrimmage. He might have got back up to the original line. So that's going to make it 3rd and 10.
Loss of the yard, 3rd down and 11.
I couldn't tell whether that was a design play or whether he was looking for somebody. Wasn't nobody, and they were coming too quick.
Well, from watching the receivers, neither one of them was carrying out their fakes and running a route like they should be. It doesn't help the quarterback when he's got that much pressure on him, but you can't sell that play very easy if just 1 or 2 players participate and the rest of them just go through the motions.
And we got a whistle. End of the quarter. The quarter ends. That was a pretty quick quarter there, Carl. 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. London in charge right now. 3rd and 11 on the 45-yard line.
Don't forget about those delicious.
First score was the 2nd play of the game. When London got the ball, long pass play to Wheeler, and then McLean come back and return the favor.
Well, London's picked up almost all their yardage off of one big play. McLean's actually sustained a couple drives down the field, so. But London's in a position now with, you know, to put together a nice drive here. We've got 20 yards already, and looks like London hadn't had a whole lot of success running the football so far.
Brought to you by the Solid Rock Youth Ministry, the Alive Band, Free Pizza, and prize giveaway. That's the 5th quarter party tonight. That's the 5th Union Campground.
Okay, London comes out to take over the 3rd and 11 on the 45-yard line as we change into the field.
Well, it's crucial for London to get some pass protection. I mean, you know, I think London knows that by now, that's been their downfall most of the year, not giving Dickin enough time to throw the football. So it'll be crucial right here.
Dickens swings right, left. He's looking. Throws it short and almost picked off.
He was trying to find Myers on the short route. They sent Wheeler on the deep route, trying to open up this short area for Myers, and I think McLean had that one sniffed out pretty good.
So we got a 4th and 11. Enlow will come back in to do the punting chores once again. Seven to 7. 11:54 to go in the first half.
B.J. Laney, the snapper's been a lot more consistent these past couple weeks, and that's helped Enlow get off some good punts.
And we got a flag on the play.
Call offside on London on the far side. Looked like maybe the wide side on the.
He picked the ball up and threw it, and they're going to call a penalty on that.
You know, we kind of talked about that before, but it is. As long as you do it in one motion, you're supposed to be okay.
What'd they call though?
They called the center for picking the ball up before he snapped it back. He's got to take it right off the ground and snap it at the same time.
Yeah, it's going to be a new twist for him.
BJ gets off a nice snap. Enlow gets a nice punt.
Good punt, taking that to 31-yard line.
Number 7, Smith.
And he's finally brought down by number 15.
Had 51, Kyle Thomas back there.
1st and 10 Tigers.
So Greenfield takes over on the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, 7-7 in the score. We are in the second quarter. 11:44 to go in the second quarter.
They're lining up 99 into a fullback position now. He's been lined up at tight end. He's been lined up at receiver.
I see they called it that time. And they didn't do any more that time than they did the first time. This time they got called for offsides. London's jumping. I don't know whether they're being drawn or not.
Dead ball foul, offsides against the Raiders. Makes it 1st down and 5. That's the
You tell them, Coach. First and 5 now. 38-yard line.
Tackling. There you
And he's caught behind the line. Nothing doing. Brought down by Jordan Brock, I believe.
Like Jimmy Gunner, 170-pound senior there running the ball. I think that's the first time we've seen him run it all night, number 20.
Jordan Brock on the tackle. Gain of about 1 yard, 7 out of 4.
We've seen quite a few different offensive formations by McLean with some rollout passing, some short passing. They haven't really thrown down the field yet, but they've run to both sides, wide side and short side.
2nd and 4. 11:06. They're coming right at you.
There you go. Good job.
McLean's tendency so far has been to run kind of an unbalanced line and run the direction of the short side of the unbalanced line. So I don't know if they're just setting us up for something later on, but nice play by Dusty Jones.
Dusty Jones in on tackle. Yeah, he had him a solo that time, so that's a good job on Dusty's part to be able to contain the runner because he was pretty much on his own.
Big play, 3rd and 2. Unbalanced side to the top of your screen. Tendency.
There you go.
Quarterback sets back to pass. He airs it out. His arm was hit.
Yeah, baby.
Looked like his arm might have been hit by number 54.
Well, Dusty Jones got good pressure on there for London. He was looking for number 99 Unger out there, who seems to be their everything man for McLean.
So we have another punting situation. It's 2nd and 4 on the 41-yard line with 10:15 to go in the half. 7-7 is the score.
Number 25, Travis Allen, back to front for McLean. And Wheeler back to London.
London coaching staff's yelling quite a bit at the players right now. I thought maybe they was telling them look for a...
And he got a beautiful punt.
That's 18 Wheeler back there.
Takes it at the 20-yard line. He got 5 of it back. Gets back to about the 32, 33-yard line. That's a beautiful punt.
Yeah,
nose down.
Almost 40 yards in the air, which is good.
First and 10 London at their own 33-yard line. 38-yard punt.
Well, so far tonight for McLean on defense, their main man's been Craig Unger. He seems to be in on everything out of the middle linebacker position.
And we got a timeout equipment check. It's 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. London takes over.
You know, with a player like Dickin, it hardly ever comes out of the ball game. It's hard to have a chance to get your equipment fixed because he's in there on punts, punt returns. He's in there on defense and offense.
And there was really nowhere to go, even though he did pick up 5 yards. They've sniffed that play out.
It looks like Scott Weller did a nice job leading the blocking around the side there, but
there was too many people out there to block.
Yeah, there's too many people out there to block, and I don't think London got sustained enough blocks from their tight end and the wide receiver down on that side of the field.
We had Tyree. I couldn't tell whether he was just going in the game or whether his helmet got knocked off on that play.
I think his helmet got knocked.
He just went in.
Oh, he just went in?
And we had another off the tackle.
Oh, it's like
play by B.J. Laney.
5 yards there. Travis Allen, the 5'10", 170-pound junior, brought him down for the Tigers.
He's short about 2 yards for first down. 3rd and 2. 9:01 to go in the first half. 7-7 is your score.
Greenfield McLean had some big fellas when we was down there looking at them, but for the most part, their backs are relatively small compared to London. So.
Pitch out to Laney, far side. He got a blocker, he turns it upfield, he's loose. He's got a clear path, we got the angle, but he's going to outrun him. And London's going to score. Touchdown, London! about 60-yard run. 60-yard run by Laney, so there's some part of his 100 yards for the night. Ups the score to 13-7. Picked up some good blocking to the far side of the field, and he was off to the races. I thought there for a second that the angle was there for catch it, but Laney put on a little extra burst of speed. He was caught right at the goal line. He was able to lunge over and go for the score. Myers sets up, and I'm trying to talk my way out of this dizziness, Carl. I may have to leave here. I'm serious.
It's like Deo to hold, Myers to kick.
I think it's blood pressure. And another good kick by Myers, and we have a score of 14-7. If I keep running my mouth, maybe I can talk myself out of it.
That should be a problem.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I don't know if it's because I'm up high or what, but I'm really lightheaded.
Smack him upside the head.
Hit me, Carl, hit me. Hit me, gang. James Brown up here. So we got a score of 14-7 with 8:27 to go in the contest. And hopefully I don't have to leave you, Keith, but I just might.
Well, Carl, if he passes out, we got that body bag up here, don't we?
Oh, Lord. Leave my body alone. As heavy as I am, you'd never get me down. Shut up, Carl. Yeah, just throw me down. Oh, boy. I thought I had them in my bag here, but I don't. I've been like that ever since I've been up here. Yeah, tic-tac, man.
Salt. Try something. Salt makes
I got a mint.
candy mint or breath mint.
Here, you want breath mint?
Let me try something here. Take over on the kickoff here, Keith.
Sure.
Number 12, Sean Myers.
Let me go look at my bag.
I feel like it's your best. Yeah. We'll see though.
Well, we've seen Myers kick off. This will be his third time now. Kicked off twice so far to Smith deep. Looks like this time he's going to squib it. At number 44, Josh Farber on the run.
Josh Farber on the return.
Field position.
It looks like that paid off just as well for London as far as field position goes, because Smith was bringing them back pretty far. So bottom line is here, London's defense has got to stiffen up here and try to hold on to this lead so London can at least go into halftime ahead. But like I said, I've seen Greenfield McLean have, for the most part, played fairly high-scoring ball games, so you know they're no stranger to scoring touchdowns. Looks like Hunter's looking for Smith. Wheeler breaks it up nice for the Red Raiders.
Broken up by Brandon Wheeler. Second down and 10.
Nothing like being a senior playing in your most of them probably playing in their last game.
Yep. Yeah, Carl, our cameraman's talking about the seniors really pretty much being in their last ball game tonight. That's got to be pretty exciting for you. And make a big play like Brandon just made right there, or a long run like BJ made. That's gonna be memorable. Second and 10 for McLean. There's Micah Stokes there. He's had quite a few tackles tonight for the Raiders. He's in his last ball game. And we keep saying the last ball game. It may not be the last ball game. If we do manage to get in, we'll probably be in the 8th slot, which means we'll probably be headed to Sunbury next week to play Big Walnut. So.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Come on.
Now Gary's working on his recovery up here. He seems to be
Stand up for a minute.
seems to be looking a little bit better. Bring up about 3rd and 8 for McLean. Hunter's going back to pass. Looks like Wasmith and Brock is all over him. He finds Smith, and that's going to be a first down for the Tigers. Nice job by Smith to come back to the ball when Hunter was in trouble back there. And Hunter showed us so far tonight he's got pretty good speed. He ran the ball pretty good on a couple option plays, and right there on the rollout, he ran it very nice. If you're out running Wasmith and Jordan Brock there, you're wheeling pretty good.
Brock had a long way to go. You can see him coming all the way from the other side. Got there second.
To bring up first down and 10 for McLean from the London 46-yard line.
Okay, I'm back for a few minutes. McLean right up the middle.
Jimmy Gunner, the ball carrier.
That's good for about 3 yards. Let's tell you, I see Jackson in there and Tyree and on the tackle.
Tackle by Jordy Jackson.
PA announcer says Jordy Jackson was in there too. I didn't see him.
Yeah, I just said Jackson.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Tyree. 3 yards pickup, second down.
So we're still looking at a score of 14-7. 6:57 to go in the first half. And McLean's on the move, 2nd and 7. On the 43-yard line, they set back to pass.
There's that
And
combination.
it's caught. And he's loose.
Smith.
And he's still loose. And he's finally brought down by
Like Willard.
Willard. Scott Willard.
That's first down.
How big is that boy? He's pretty elusive there.
Yeah,
He say Smith.
we've seen him going to Nick Smith quite a bit.
You got
6'2", 170.
You got some
relatives
You got
down
some
here.
kids down here?
It's too far down the hills for my relatives.
Oh, this ain't no hills, man.
Some kid folk down here.
This is McLean. Yeah, you didn't tell us about that. Okay, they have a wide out to the near side this time. They think their passing game's working pretty good. And there's going to be a quarterback sack by Jordan Brock. And there to back it up was number 54. I keep forgetting his name. Who's
Dusty
54?
Jones.
That's right, Dusty Jones. See, you forgot it too, Carl.
I thought you said 45.
No, 54.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 16 for McLean. Like I said, we've pretty much seen Hunter's favorite target so far. It's been Smith. Last time they ran number 2, Zane Daniels, deep into a deep pattern. So
Come on, get him again.
2nd and 16.
it's like Unger goes in motion. They're looking
Setting
for
back.
Unger.
He's got a lot of room to run there.
He's kind of quick.
Yep, they miss him. He's going to be run out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
It looked like B.J. Laney put a pretty good hit on Hunter there, but not till Hunter picked up about almost 10 yards.
Did it hit him? I thought he ran out of bounds.
I think it's 2nd and 5.
Pick up 11 yards, 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5. They're on the 20. Come on, let's see what we're on here. About 21-yard line. 5:30 to go in the first half, and they're knocking on the door. 14-7 right now, but London's on top. They've got a wide open game. That quarterback, he's everywhere.
He's quick, isn't he?
But he's brought down that time for a loss. Who was that? Let me
Scott
see.
Willard. That's Scott Willard.
Scott Willard.
Speed there, man.
At times this year, I tell you what, Scott, when he's closing on a ball carrier, man, he does come up with a quick burst.
When
of
he
speed.
decides to take charge, he takes charge. They call him Take Charge Willard. And we got a timeout. McLean. The Tigers want to think this over. It's 3rd and 13. And the score is 14-7. 5:03 to go in the first half. Get some good shots at cheerleaders. Got a good background there too, don't you, Carl? That's that cinder track like we used to have. They're putting in. They're in the process of putting in a new track here. Yeah.
Tickets are $1 each for 10 tickets.
They built a new stadium over there. This used to be their main stadium, where we're at now. So over there is a new stadium.
Oh, so this used to be the home side, maybe,
Yeah,
that we're on
this
right
was
now?
the home side. And everybody was in this press box. All the coaches and everybody.
Not us. They'd make us probably stand on our head up on the roof or something.
Okay, we're getting ready to go back into play.
Well, McLean's got a 4th down situation here. Looks like 4th and 13 from the 30-yard line. So
Evidently that kicker's not going to try one from that far.
look for Hunter to roll out and look for number 7 Smith on the bottom of your screen.
They're airing it out. They're going for the end zone.
He threw that way too deep.
And it's incomplete.
He was trying to find number 4 JT Detweiler out there. From
It could have been easily
Tigers.
picked off, but Dickens made the smart move by letting it go. I was wondering if he's going to catch that there for a minute. And this is something that's not unusual They may have been told, leave that ball alone when it's thrown deep, because your first instinct is to catch the ball. Yeah, keep your head in the game and out of your shoes. Okay, London takes over, 1st and 10 on the 30. 14-7.
Fumble.
Oh, we got a fumble. There's a bad exchange there.
Like Dickens picked it up.
Dickens went after it awful quick because he seen he didn't get the ball into Willard. I think was trying to make the handoff to Willard there, and the exchange was not good. 84.
Headley checking.
Okay, I should know him by now. Headley checking into the game.
I mean, London's going to go to a 2 tight end set, which we haven't seen that much of that this year. With just Wheeler, actually put Tyree in motion as a slot position.
Pitch out to Laney, and Tyree's going to be a running back. There goes Laney. He was trying to tiptoe down the sideline. Somebody kind of tipped him sideways, but he was tiptoeing down the sideline.
Like number 11, Ronnie Morris, 150-pound sophomore, finally got the hit on him for McLean.
He pulled that off just a few minutes ago. We will change his name. Tippy Toe Laney. Did we have a name for him before? If he'd have been... Oh, yeah. You know, that's why the cows down here have one leg shorter than the other? Yeah, walking on the side of hills.
That was a basic student body left formation there for London. They just put everybody to that side of the field and followed everybody.
Come on, you should block it. Oh, man.
That was number 99, Unger, up there making the first hit for McLean.
And nothing doing there.
Like that was outside there.
I hate to say this, but and I'm not one to try to get even, but I think our cameraman is definitely from way down in the hills. He took me down there when we went to a Kentucky game through his hometown, and I'm going to tell you what, this one hill you can't even get up it in the wintertime.
I don't know what's going on here, but B.J. Laney's over sitting on the bench now. Jordan Brock's in a tailback for the Red Raiders.
2nd and 8 on the 46-yard line. A little pitch out to Brock. Brock's got a little room. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. It's going to make it about third and about 3. 3rd and 4.
Well, it's actually a pass play, which almost kind of looks like an option play. You know, they kind of give the quarterback the option of throwing a little quick ditch pass to the tailback. Or
Laney's still on the bench. Yeah, he might be unringing his bell. Okay, it's 2:51 to go. 14-7 London. 3rd and 4. Dickens sets back to throw. He layers it out. He's got him there. Oh, couldn't get him turned. The ball was thrown to the sideline. What's wrong? I think the top's coming down.
An earthquake or something is going on.
Oh, they're down inside. Coach is down inside here stomping.
London coach is stomping around.
Either Myers run the wrong pattern, or the ball was thrown to the wrong side.
Well, Dickens seemed like he had plenty of time there. London's offensive linemen were just standing there looking for somebody to block. So.
Myers had him beat.
Looks like Laney has checked back into center of the ball.
And we got a decent punt. Oh, and he dropped the ball. The elusive man. He's still on the move. Finally brought down by 45 and 31. That's Russell
and Willard.
You guys are hard to tackle.
Yeah, they've been playing that 21 tag I was telling you about a long time ago. Get out there and somebody get the ball and just see who can get you down. Just run wild. 30-yard punt, he called it, and a 10-yard return. 1st and 10. Tigers take over on the 29-yard line. 14-7 London.
It's like no backs in the formation. Quarterback keeper up the middle.
And he is finally being wrestled to the ground.
It's like Scott Willard, Dusty Jones, and Micah Stokes there for the Raiders.
1 yard, 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9, a gain of 1. 2:02 to go. I would say the scoreboard doesn't show them, does it? Our scoreboard shows the timeouts. Theirs doesn't. They're not quite up to us yet.
Both of ours show.
Yeah, we got 2, don't we? How about that? As a London Red Raider band, people make their move around now outside of the field. The workers, let's see who are. Some of them I know, Bill Whitelow. Can you name some of them?
I know Roy Brown helps out.
Here's Whitelow down here, and he ain't doing all that walking, that lazy thing. He's right down here in front of it.
When we call Smitty, he does quite a bit. He always.
This time we're going to get a chance to see the back of the band before we'll see what's behind them stuff they set up out there. Well, we're looking at 2nd and 9. Ball's on the 30-yard line.
Definitely a spread formation for McLean. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top.
They spread out, set up the foot. He's got all the time in the world.
Laney looked, Detweiler.
And Laney was just, Laney turned and the play was still going by him.
Tell you, Detweiler made a nice catch on that ball. I don't know if our cameraman caught it.
And I'll tell you what, if he hadn't,
catch that?
Yeah, he caught it. And if he hadn't,
looks like London.
That's the wonder he hadn't been able to keep running.
London's defensive backs looked like they kind of gave up. They thought maybe that was too far down the field, but Mark Hunter can really, he throws that football.
So that was about a ball's on 35 now. I don't know where it was at
about
before.
A 40-yard play for the Tigers. So
1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Well, with only a minute 30 left to go in this second half. Looks like Tigers going to air it out.
And they're doing a quick look-ins.
That's Hunter to Smith right there. That's their favorite combo. So I'll look for that a couple more times.
I love that pass. Those quick look-ins are some, I don't know what they call it now, but it used to be a look-in pass, quick look-in.
McLean seems to be taking their time here. Clock's running with minute 10 left to go in the first half.
McLean's airing it out quite a bit.
Unger goes in motion.
They're throwing it up. It's looking for an interception. And it's caught, intercepted by, did you call? Yeah, did Carl call that? Did anybody hear Carl call that? I don't think he called it.
We got a hanky on the field, but I think it's going to be a motion penalty on McLean. I think Unger started forward.
So London still should retain the ball.
Yep, actually.
Wait a minute now.
Actually, they're going to talk to McLean. It's a motion penalty against McLean, so it looks like London.
He didn't catch the ball clear up there.
I don't exactly. Oh, they had to mark where the ball was at
where the penalty was called.
To explain the penalty, just in case London would want to take the penalty, which would.
See, I can't tell whether the cameraman's working or not because he's laid back here and in his easy chair and put an extension on the handle of the camera. Hey, he asked for an interception and he got it. Good call, Carl. So London takes over with 56 seconds to go, and they are leading 14-7 in the first half. Pitch out to the near side. Here comes Lane. He's calling for blockers. He gets a little bit of help there. He'll pick up about 8 yards on the play.
Well, we got a flag thrown by the umpire, which typically means, actually it looks like to me McLean might have had too many men on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Somebody's sneaking off.
Yep. He said, hold on there.
Hold on. Hold on, I only count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only count 11, but apparently he must have counted 12, so.
Well, where's the 12th man at? If that guy just went off, there's nobody coming on.
Yeah, I must have had 12 out there then.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, cheating devils. I tell you, come all the way down here and then they try to sneak an extra man on the field. How about that, sports fans?
Clock's running on the Raiders here. Time running down on the end of the first half.
35 seconds to go in the first half. London's up by 7. Laney's got some room. He's going to pull a first down all the way up to the 45-yard line. And is London going to stop the clock? Well, they got to stop the clock, move the chains. I don't know if we've used it or not, but if we haven't, it'd be a good idea. The clock's running.
Jeez, man, do something.
It's like Dickin can't get his players in the position that he wants. Oh, it's a fake. Myers is going to throw the pass. He's going to call a motion penalty. London's going to be called for a motion penalty. If you notice that.
Why is it a motion? He walked away, but he walked to the side. It's like a man in motion. He wasn't going toward the line.
I don't think you're allowed to go under center and then back away like that. Like
did he go under center?
He should have never went under center is what he should have never done.
Did he go under?
I think he must have.
Check the replay.
But I'll tell you what, that was tricky by London.
I'm going to tell you what, that was a lucky catch down here by Wheeler because he had two people on him. That was a beautiful catch.
Act like Dickin.
Yeah, he does make them kind of catches.
Act like Dickin was all upset and then hiked the ball to Myers. They put Laney at the top of the screen in Myers' normal spot. So that was pretty tricky by London. But
I'm going to check that play out. They're trying to get a play off. It ain't going to make it.
The thing.
Clock run out.
What in the world?
And we had timeouts. I don't understand why we didn't call timeout.
Oh, with the penalty on the play, I would have thought it would have stopped the clock. But
so London goes in at halftime, 14-7. That last play was a tricky play. It was pretty slick. But now we've tipped our hand. So if we try it again, they're going to be looking for it. There we have a shot of the scoreboard, I think. Since I don't happen to have a monitor.
Please join me in welcoming the pride of London, Ohio, the London Red Raider Marching Band, led on the field by Senior Field Commander Brad Sievers and Junior Field Commander Christian Sandball. Tonight, we will perform portions of our award-winning contest show, Push-Up Wars, with songs including Skid Row, featuring Lighted Down on tenor saxophone, Somewhere That's Green with Brian Blair on trumpet, and Suddenly Seawater with Sarah Rito on mellophone.
Here comes the Red Raiders coming back in.
So we just want to stop
49 seconds to go before the game starts again.
being kind and keeping each other dry and not compromising.
14-7. London's on top.
The whole community must join together
They're going to give them a little bit of warm-up time.
behind the white fence. Our chief with the James Elementary. The kids did this to save lives.
3. Thank you.
Well, London should be receiving here to start the second half.
Touchdown.
Score's 14-7. Uh-oh. Carl's calling for a quick touchdown.
Quick touchdown.
Oh, Lord.
We need a quick one.
I'll give a quick shout out to Red Rutherford. He's a New York Mets fan. And he had somebody go buy him a New York Yankee hat.
Who won that series, Gary?
I think the Yankees won it. Somebody in New York won. I know that, that's for sure.
Don't forget, we got to answer those trivia questions here before the end of the ball game.
Yeah, well, right after this kickoff.
Let's watch Todd Rooker, number 55, kick.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Get your run back. Get your block.
That's Jordan Brock picking up the Raiders.
Oh, hold on.
He comes all the way back up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, I missed that. Somebody threw the ref the ball, hit him right in the head.
Carl's been trying to catch a blooper all year on camera, and he's upset there because he just barely missed the referee getting hit in the face with a football.
I might have got it. Hit the ref right in the head.
And let's try not to forget the trivia question. We get a timeout or between a play here. London sets up in the pro eye wide out to the far side this time. Pitch out to Laney. He's going right side. He's got some blocking. He's got some room. He tries to split the last 2 men, and he's...
What did I say?
Shut up! Yeah, he gets all the way to the 50-yard line. A 20-yard run that time. That takes him over 100.
That's number 2, Zane Daniels, on the tackle for the Tigers. BJ did a nice little burst of speed right there.
Get some good blocking, and he was trying to split those last 2 tacklers. He almost did. Here comes Wheeler to the near side this time.
London's in a 2 tight end set. It's like Dickens back to pass. He's
Nothing good.
And it's a little short pass to 45, and he hits the referee again, or else the referee can't catch. 1 to 2. Is that referee you said was playing when you was in the 2nd grade?
Yeah, something like that. He's been doing it for about 30 years.
He can outrun you then, he can still outrun you.
Most likely.
It's 2nd and 9. We have a score of 14-7. We got 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, well.
Pitch out to Laney. He's got some blocking once again.
Oh, Andy made a good block out there.
Edley's pulling and making some good runs there.
Block.
Edley's coming into his own. You got to think that's a pretty good sized young man there too.
And he's a junior, I believe.
Yeah, I'm glad to
so
see him
he'll
get
be
some
back
playing
next
time
year.
because this boy here has been, he's a good kid. He's a good kid.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Red Raiders.
3rd and 5 for the Raiders, and we got the same setup. We got Wheeler wide to the near side.
Watch for him to bring Tyree on motion towards us and then run to the right side behind Tyree and Edley, the other tight end.
Yep, they're swinging this way. Got a block.
Fumble.
Not enough. And they got the ball.
Yeah, unless Edley grabbed it away,
No, he didn't
McLean
get it.
was
They're
on
fighting for it, but they didn't get it.
We're going to give that to McLean.
Yeah.
McLean recovers.
So McLean will take over.
Looked like BJ was just switching hands right there and let that ball go. So
1st and 10. We got to shake that off and keep playing. Get the ball back.
well,
Those fumbles have kind of bit us a few times this year.
let's come back on that first trivia question. We'll answer that one right after this play.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nasty to give a trivia question and not give the answer. They got it swinging out to the right side.
Oh,
And we got a,
yeah, he called it. The ref called it. You see it?
yeah, ref called that real quick.
54.
Well, that was Van Dyke running around on the outside, but it looks like
54
Dusty
is
Jones
Dusty
was
Jones.
being held for the Raiders. So
You see, he was telling the ref as he was running. He stopped.
tag on the play.
Trivia question, number 1.
Well, the 9th highest passing yardage for a single ball game in Ohio High School Athletic Association history was last year in this ball game. Zach Daubenmeyer threw for 409 yards for the Red Raiders against Greenfield McLean.
So there you have the answer to that, Zach Daubenmeyer. And the other question, we might as well give it, we got time.
The bonus question was,
yeah.
We'll get it right after this play. I'll give you the question. Highest single score by one player in Ohio High School Athletic Association basketball history.
I'm gonna guess 120 points. Oh man, that quarterback's elusive. He gets away, and he tried to split a 2 tacklers, but he don't go any further. He doesn't get back up. He's
Somebody's hurt.
Looks like Micah Stokes is down for the Red
his
Raiders.
arm is up underneath. No, it wasn't. I thought his arm was underneath there for a minute.
That was a nice play there by McLean, but you're still going to look at 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. So that player for the mighty Midway High School,
all right.
Dick Bogenreif in 1954 scored 124 points against Canaan. Which Canaan was over by just a little bit
on a floor that had
south of Plain City.
I'm
there.
pretty sure it had 2 poles in the middle of the floor. I'm serious.
Actually,
I'm serious.
Believe it or not, I was talking to Don Dorn.
I'm serious.
Don Dorn, who Don's out there watching tonight, I'm sure. I'll give a little shout out to him. He always watches the games every week. Don was telling me today that actually the gym over at Canaan had a couple of poles.
They did.
That was out on the edge of the field, or on the edge of the
middle
court.
of the floor, yeah.
And used to run their plays around there.
Around the poles. I'm serious.
Yeah. Now Don said
and
they were
half court was the pole. To go to one end of the floor, that was half court, and that way you got it across. I'm serious.
Don said they were on the edge of the floor, but you know, I'm not going to dispute.
They might have been close to the edge, but I know they had 2 poles on the floor.
Sometimes you'd set up the plays based off of that, but
well, the floor wasn't no bigger than my living room.
Midway won that ball game about I think it was 153 to like 28 or something like that.
Well, the team they played was all midgets, and Bogenreich was 6'6".
Well, I heard actually that Midway team actually made it to the Final Four in the state tournament. Was the recollection that Don
Bogenreich was quite a shooter, but I think he shot every shot that game too. We're back.
He must have. I missed to talk. Don Dorn told me he thought maybe Ted Hankins was on that team, and I'd like to talk to Ted to find out if anybody else ever got to touch a ball in that ball game.
We got materials as Tyree comes around and Brock. Tyree got material when he wasn't letting loose.
Yeah, that was all everything from McLean there, Unger.
McLean finally made it back up, not quite to the original line of scrimmage. And we got a 3rd and 15 on the 39-yard line. We have 9:04 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the score is 14-7. I thought she was going to say Bevo Francis there for a minute. I knew it was Bogenreich. That was before my time, though.
You was just probably about 3rd grade, wasn't you?
No, I was actually in 10th grade.
Oh, man!
It's like
That quarterback is elusive, boy, and he's caught from behind by Jordy.
First down.
Jordy Jackson. This Jordy Jackson's looks like he's got jets in his feet. That's one boy that does not give up after the tackler gets by, or a runner gets by.
That looked like London kind of had him pinned in there, and Hunter just took off running. He's fast.
Well, if Jackson don't catch him, he's got a lot more yards picking up there.
That field was wide open. Once again, London's defensive backs got caught up in covering their man and didn't watch the quarterback and didn't watch the play developing in front of them. So,
1st and 10 on the 42-yard line, 14-7 London.
That's the tight end Unger.
Yep, and he spins away from one tackler. Another 1st down. Finally brought down by Dickens and Jordan Brock.
It looked like Tyree hit him there, and Unger just bounced Tyree and took off.
He spun off of him. Tyree didn't wrap him up.
That came out of a 2 tight end set that time. We haven't seen that too much from McLean, but we have seen Unger get the ball quite a bit. So London needs to find out where he's at and keep track of him.
2 tight end set used to be a major play, especially if you had a tall tight end.
Well, once again, they're in the 2 tight end set. Unger's to the top of your screen.
Quarterback, he had his mind made up. He's going to keep the ball from get-go, and he's cracked hard. Jordy Jackson's in on that, 54.
Hunter gets about 8 yards. Tyree gets his helmet.
Dusty Jones, Tyree, and somebody else. There was 4 people kind of sandwiched him there.
It's like Tyree's helmet might have broken in parts.
And I don't know if they got a helmet big enough for him, and if they didn't bring an extra one. He's hollering at somebody in the stands.
So maybe he just got his bell rung.
Yeah, he might have.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Tigers. Hunter's back to
on
pass.
the move. He gets it all, and it's there.
Smith
knocked away by 18 Wheeler.
I'm not even sure Wheeler saw that ball.
He tipped it out of his hands, I think.
It out of his hands.
It looked like it was tipped out. Looked like he had it in his hands, and Wheeler just got his hands up. But Wheeler's pretty good about that. I think he's got eyes in the back of his head. We'll have to check him out next time. He might have that one eye there in the back.
31, Matt Russell just checked into the ball game for Tyree and got pretty good on the pressure on Hunter, the quarterback, right there.
You got a reverse helmet cam or something. Hey, it's 2nd and 3 on the 21-yard line. And
I look for McLean to use 99 Unger here somehow or other. They've gone to him in quite a few key situations.
Nothing doing. They needed 3 yards, and I don't believe they got it.
Number 10, Ryan Van Dyke following Unger's block.
It's close. They're going to call for the chains, I bet you. Nope. 4th and 1.
Senior kicker kick. He's got quite a leg, but looks. I'd say McLean's going to go for this, try to get back in this ball game.
I would say so. We've got a score of 14-7. You haven't been giving out that score, and that them people up to Madison Press, that Linda Marks and her crew will be upset. So you better start giving out the score.
Tight formation. Maybe they're going to try to draw him offside.
He's got the one.
Hunter.
He might have the touchdown.
He gets run down by Dickens.
Uh-oh, call penalty, man. Call a penalty.
Yeah,
He threw the ball at him.
looks like Hunter's trying to rub it in there a little bit on Scott Willard and just kind of flip the ball at him.
I can't believe the ref didn't throw a penalty on that.
They haven't called a penalty on hardly anything
I don't
like
think
that.
Scott. I don't think
We've been
Scott
used to
saw the
seeing
ball
all week,
coming at him.
all year.
I see.
Well, 1st and 2 on the 2 now.
We saw a good burst of speed by Hunter there. Maybe they'll use him rolling out again.
Now they're going to try that shortest distance between 2 points. A straight line didn't quite make it, I don't think.
Next time we run an interior line.
Come on, defense!
It's like quite a bit of
I
umpiring
hear
to
a
do
chopper
right
out there. I don't think Channel 10's coming all the way down here, are they? That might be the people from over Palestine.
I think he's called a lifeline.
I think I needed them earlier. I'm feeling a lot better now, but 2nd and 1.
We're just 1 yard away from this being a tie ball game. We're close to a tie. It's like Hunter's going to roll out to the
They're going to string him out, but they can't catch him. Touchdown Tigers, 14-13. We hope we don't have to worry about using that tape we used up with the bands to the back to us. 14-13, 5:40 to go, and the Tigers are setting up for the extra point to tie it up.
55, Todd Ricker to attempt the extra point.
It's gone, and it's good.
tie ball game.
We have a tie ball game, 14-14, as the Tiger marches right on down the field. Hold that Tiger. I know you don't want me to sing. Oh yeah, that's right, you was one of them Iron Tigers. How come they didn't call them the coal miners or something? That's down there in coal country.
Signature t-shirts for just $8. Go over to Booster Booth. Look out for football moms. They got plenty of left. Drop and help them out.
You say your dad is 93 now? He's getting up there. 89. He can't catch Harvey yet. And still riding a bicycle. Two-wheeler or three-wheeler? Two-wheeler, ain't that something? And Carl can't ride one. He got a stationary bike at home and won't fall over. He ain't riding no two-wheeler on the street. Okay, here we go.
Well, you can definitely see the mood on the London sideline sure has changed quite a bit. That seemed to put quite a damper in
the moon. Where's the moon at?
The mood, Gary.
Oh, I didn't see no moon out there. I thought you were talking about that lamp light up there. Here we're having a kickoff now. Brock and Myers are back.
It's like Todd Rooker puts a leg into it. That looks
it's
like
short.
David Wasmuth on a return. He's got some room.
And he brings all the way up to about the 39-yard line. He had a quick turn up where he thought he had a spurt there. He had open field. It closed up on him. So now it's London's turn. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. We have a tie ball game, 14-14. London's double wide out, one to each side.
Dickens looking for Wheeler.
And he's going to be thrown down and sacked at the 30-yard line for a loss of about 9 yards.
Play number 59, Brandon Long, the 185-pound senior defensive end there, made the tackle.
I'm wondering where the throw the ball out of bounds is, or throw the ball away.
Well, Josh was under quite a bit of pressure there, and looked like Wheeler might have been open downfield, but if you don't have that time to find the time to look at your receiver downfield.
London's looking at 2nd and 19 now. And those little so-called what I call fat boys are a lot faster than what they look like they was. Dickens got some room. He's going up the middle. He's cutting back, hold on to the ball, and he gets back within about 1 yard of being the first down.
Like about a 17-yard pickup there by Josh.
Oh, look at that spot.
Ooh.
Look at that spot. They took 3 yards from us.
Tell you, Josh pretty much did that on his own. You know, you don't want to discredit any of the linemen, but a lot of them were just standing there watching him run.
Well, they'd already done their job. Thank you very much. Laney up the middle, and it's good for a first down. He was tripped up there, and he was getting ready to go one-on-one with number 2, who is?
Zane Daniels.
Zane Daniels. He's
That looked like number 25, Travis Hallen, just barely stuck his arm out there just enough to trip up BJ.
So that's good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. Tie ball game, 14-14. We're under the 4-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Laney once again. And he's good for about 4 yards, maybe 5. I see Madison Press down there on the sideline.
Yeah, I talked to Jeff Gates at halftime. Of course, he gave me the old middle's wide open routine, you know, so.
Yeah, so he says that all the time. Did he play football, or did he just write about it all the time?
I'm not sure about that. I don't think. He come from New York. He's like me. He's not local to London, so.
So we got a 2nd and 3 on the 41-yard line. Another handoff to Laney. He's got a little room. He's going to make something out of it. It's a first down. And he picks up about 7, and he just runs over a couple people. We got one man don't want to get up. They just picked him. Get up from there, boy.
Well, London's done a nice job of mixing up the offense, even though it's been Laney right, Laney left, Laney up the middle.
Hey,
they've done nice blocking schemes up front to
that's what he's there for.
Open up some holes.
It's just like Corey Dillon. Corey Laney. Okay, 1st and 3 on the 33-yard line, 2:44.
It's like Laney's at the bottom of your screen. Nobody was covering him. They've got. It's like Dickens going to try to run it. He's got room.
That's the play they ran earlier. Laney's there for.
Well, I don't understand why he couldn't get any downfield blocking right there.
I'm I'm not sure what the deal was. I thought maybe he might have been going to run there and then pitch it back to Laney.
Well, I think BJ was thinking he was going to pitch, but he needed to get out there and throw a block. He could have sprung in for a touchdown right there. I don't know what, maybe we don't know the play, but...
we definitely don't know the play. That's right, you don't know the play. Being you're from New York, I know you don't know the play.
For you, the young players out there watching on TV, it's very important for wide receivers to get their blocks and hold their blocks downfield.
Oh, now he's coaching. Here goes Laney up the middle, and he's going to drive in for a touchdown. He was not going to be denied that touchdown. 20-14, BJ Laney all the way. This is Laney night. He's looking at scholarship now, buddy. He's working on a scholarship.
Well, BJ's easily got over 100 yards rushing for the evening. That's his second touchdown, so.
Dale holding the ball. And we got a whistle.
One's going to get called for too much time, looks like. Oh, they're going to call McLean lining up in the neutral zone.
So now that's half the distance. No, we're going to go for 2 now. And that could be a mistake. Because you're almost guaranteed to 1.
My thought on this is you take the extra point and you keep the momentum going on your side. You missed 2 points here. First of all, they had to take a timeout because they didn't have the proper players ready on the sidelines. They were standing over here getting a drink of water and instead of being ready to go
well,
in.
They're allowed to drink water.
Oh, yeah.
And being you're from New York.
No, I'm not from New York.
Well, that's what you just said a while ago.
No,
Ain't that what he said
Jeff Gates is from New York.
He said him and Jeff Gates is from New York.
I'm from North Central Ohio.
Well, why are you wearing that pennant flag again? So you're a Buckeye.
Jeff's from upstate New York. He's a Buffalo fan, I believe.
Buffalo. You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd. Come on, help me, Carl. Help me. Oh, the cheerleaders are doing a fine job. Have you been able to? Are you wide enough to get them all? Or you have? Oh, really? I guess I might get you another wide-angle lens, or take you back to class. Red's always talking about you the one that runs this show, but Red, I got news for you. I run this show, buddy, and don't you forget it. And tell Ralph I said hello. Ralph Watts, that is. London lined up for the 1. We're going for 2.
Wheeler's got single coverage on the bottom of your screen. Look for possibly a slant pattern. But Laney's been the bread and butter all night. That's
he ain't
Laney.
gonna be stopped there. He's in, and the guy and the tackler don't want to let go. Walk away, Laney. Let it go. There's no flag. You're not gonna get any more out of it. We got what we wanted. So, good. I called that. Even though, you know I called that, Carl. No, I was saying the what if. London has played good ball since that loss. They've, what, strung about 4 wins in a row? How many wins have London had in a row here? They haven't lost since
Licking Valley, so you got a win over Jonathan Alder, a win over Bexley,
Madison Plains,
win over Madison Plains,
Springfield North,
win over Lakewood. So yeah, I believe that is 4
Cleveland,
in a row.
Cleveland South.
Gary's getting delirious again.
Oh man, what was that you gave me, man? I'm feeling good, baby. Yeah. I don't know, but the breath didn't change any. He keeps moving away from me. 22-14, 2:03 to go in the 3rd quarter. London kicking off. Yep, they keep it on the ground, and it takes a perfect bounce. And they end up with good field position. They'll take over on about the 37-yard line.
Number 27, Casey Clouser, the senior there for Greenfield McLean.
Yeah, give me some E. D. What did you give me in that pill anyway? You know that's against the law to be giving out drugs like that. I might turn you in. Okay, here we go. Here we go. London was ready for that one. Nothing doing as they might have got back to the line.
Man, Laney got hit in the knee by his old man.
Laney, get up and shake it off.
It looked like London was piling on top of the pile there for no reason.
We don't need any knee injuries. What did he have injured in?
His knee.
Was his knee that he had to sit out that 1 year?
Looks like number 44, Pat O'Farrell's checked into the ball game. Micah Stokes has been hampered by a leg or some type of knee injury just about the whole second half here so far.
He's able to bend it, so he might be okay. It might be just a little tight. Let's hope it is, because I think he had to sit almost the whole season.
It looks like DJ,
from a knee injury.
DJ's got or Dusty Jones has got an equipment problem. They're sending Gandy in. Now London's got too many defensive. Tyree's got to go to a linebacker position.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Got Gandy in the game. You know where they're going, the opposite way.
And number 10, Ryan.
They're stringing him out, though. They're taking him out of bounds, so he might have got back up to the... Might have picked up a yard.
And number 10, Ryan Van Dyke. That's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Tigers.
They strung him out that time.
Yep, score 22-14. Looks like they might have went in at halftime and got it together on how to string that play out. Now, if they don't cut back in on us and go back against the grain.
Keep going. They're trying to set us up for something here.
Oh.
What do you think?
What's the call, Carl? What's the play?
3rd and 9. Look for Hunter to probably go back to pass.
Carl said they were setting us up.
It's going to Smith, his favorite target, but that's short.
And he's calling. He's saying he was hit after the play, and he's pleading his case. But it ain't gonna work. And it's 4th and 9. 22-14, London.
Well, McLean's had to punt twice so far tonight and gotten off 2 good boots each time, so.
That's a fake. That's a fake.
Yeah,
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It says watch the fake.
We almost had too many men on the field.
Now London's going to have nobody back. And going for the block. They tipped it.
Watch out of the way.
I thought I was going to hit the clerk there for a minute.
Messing around with the ball.
Why are they down there?
The ball.
Well, that was Dusty Jones, for some reason or other, thought he needed to recover that football.
Jeez.
Absolutely a mistake on his part. As soon as he touches it, it becomes a live football and a fumble. So,
Man, that was close.
I don't know what he was thinking.
I've seen that happen a couple times this year. I don't know what the whole situation was down there, so I'm not going to speculate on it.
London went for the block, and
it was close.
Once again, McLean got off a nice punt.
So London takes over on about the 26-yard line, and we got a timeout with London.
Well, London's gonna call timeout to avoid a substitution penalty right there. So
everything's in chaos right here. Seemed like it started when Laney had to come out and some equipment, checking on some equipment and stuff. So we'll just call timeout and regroup. We have a score of 22-14 with 1:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line. London scored on.
Apparently we got the officials talking local police department. Jordan Brock apparently seems to have been getting a little bit too much verbal abuse from some of the fans from McLean down in the end zone. So let's see if anything becomes of that. Probably not. They paid their admission price.
Well, they're going to run there and do their job. But that's not right for them to heckle the players. And it shouldn't be allowed down there.
Well, actually,
but you know, they're too close.
I thought London
But London used to do the same thing at the old field.
Well, at the old field, at least there was ropes up to try to at least keep them back a little bit. Here, there's no protection.
They can come right out on the field. Of course, who could stop you from going through the rope? Yeah, I then got called for a penalty. Okay, first 10 on the 26-yard line. Here comes Laney to the near side. He's still on his feet. Evidently didn't slow that knee up too much. So he goes all the way from the 10-yard line to the 45. What's that, 35-yard run there? He's going to have a big run, some big yardage tonight. He might be trying to go for 200.
Yeah, he may be going for 200 here in his final.
Maybe he can get in the top 10 top performers in the dispatch this week. 22-14. First and 10.
Like London's going to run their 2 tight end set with Myers to the bottom of your screen.
Oh, and there's a flag. There's a flag. It should be on them. So that'll be a good 5-yard penalty. Does Laney get credit for that too? Because he's looking for he's working his way toward a scholarship now, and I think Clark State is really looking at him big time.
5-yard penalty, first down and 5.
Well, what's the matter with Clark State?
They don't have a football program.
Oh, okay. Just kidding, BJ. Okay, here we go. First and 5 now. Laney once again. He's got it going. He's in the open. He's not going to let go. Bingo! He's down to about the 26-yard line.
BJ's running possessed, boy, I tell you. He's playing hard.
I think he faked that knee injury while ago. He faked that knee injury while ago, and see, they think his knees hurt, so they think they don't have to grab him.
Tell you what, they got to grab him hard because he's laying on the punishment as he's running the ball.
Well, if you ever see him, and at the end of the third quarter, scores 22-0. London still has possession. First and 10 on the 27-yard line. If you ever seen, I say I don't want to give them no points. You know, I've said that a couple times tonight. What was in that pill you give me? Certs. There's another back car. He's right over our head. Oh, he kept on going. This is Halloween weekend, so the bats are on the loose. 22-14. And it's Laney, BJ Laney night so far. Along with Wheeler. Wheeler's put on a good show tonight. He made some good catches. The whole team with the line's been digging in. And you know what? London has actually been getting better every week. It's just too bad that you can't go. Them first 2 or 3 games make the difference as to whether you get in the playoffs or not. Well, and a lot of teams get better and don't get in the playoffs.
I know London would really like to see a couple upsets happen tonight and be able to get a chance to go back up to Sunbury and replay Big Walnut again. You take away a couple fumbles there and see all the would've, could'ves, and should'ves, but...
Here comes Laney again. He's up the middle. He's running both ways, laterally, north, south, east, and west. Keep them feet churning. That's the difference in this and the basketball. See, everybody gets to go to a basketball tournament. And you can have a poor team starting out at the beginning of the season. And by the end of their season, you done gelled and then go somewhere in basketball. But in football, if you start out bad, first 2 or 3 games,
you know, to get everybody in,
and your schedule's not really a good, really big schedule, then you are hurting when it comes time for playoffs.
Well, from what I understand, next year London's going to have a few larger schools on their schedule, and some of the smaller schools are going to drop off. So that's what the change in the league. Fumble.
I think. And the Tigers come up with it.
Going back to that, added to the schedule next year for London will be Miami Trace.
Right.
And Columbus Whitehall, which will be joining the league in the big school division.
Fairbanks.
Of course, Fairbanks and and Columbus Academy are going to be joining in the small school division. So there's a good possibility we may not even see some of the Madison County schools on the schedule next year for London, which...
1st and 10 on a 22-yard line. Here comes the Tigers. Right up the middle. Nothing doing. After a fumble by Dickens.
They fumbled that play a few times.
That's his second time tonight for sure. That I can remember.
Trying to do the option
Well, the Tigers got a lot of time left here, but I would look forward to seeing them put the ball in the air. They've primarily been a passing team all year.
I tell you what, we see.
Official time.
How are we doing on time? We're gonna be okay. I see a lot of. I see a lot of fumbles in pro ball, in college ball, and we make a big deal sometimes out of these kids fumbling here. And yes, we don't want to see fumbles, but that's part of the game. It's going to happen. If nobody ever fumbled, there wouldn't be such a thing as called fumble, right? So that's part of the game. That's going to happen. We just don't want to see it happen, but it's going to happen. So best thing you can do is suck it up and get the ball back.
What's number 7 on top of your screen? That's the Smith.
Yep.
Face mask.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I could have thrown the flag from up here on that one.
I think he was getting away, and Wheeler was not going to give him the. Wheeler might have thought he'd seen the touchdown there.
Well, it's
possible he saved a touchdown with that face mask.
See happen there was McLean trying to spread their offense a little bit, trying to get single coverage on number 7 Smith, and it worked there. Of course, at that time the short route, but next time it might be the long route. They'll fake the up and then go long. So.
Well, I tell you what, so far this has been a very good ball game. We got a score of 22 to nothing plus 14. 22 to 14. Here comes McLean spreading to this side.
That's 9.
Handoff right in the middle, nothing doing. And it was second and 10.
I've said it all night. Unger's been the fullback, he's been the tailback, he's been the tight end, he's been the motion man, and been a steady performer on defense.
He's been everything, ain't he? Head him up, move him out. It's 2nd and 10 on the 47-yard line. As the London band gets into it. Got one man back in the backfield. It's almost for sure it's a pass play. And 18-wheeler's not going to be denied that time.
That was Hunter again to his favorite target, Smith. Another short route. Maybe they're setting us up, Gary. I don't know.
The short route there was set up for him to spin and go to the outside, but didn't get the spin in time.
Yeah, Wheeler did a nice job.
Wheeler had a hold of him before he got a chance to make that spin. Of course, that's what it looked from here. So we're looking at 3rd and 4. On a 47-yard line. We're now under 9 minutes to go in the contest.
Well, Smith's at the bottom of your screen. There's
incomplete pass intended for number 7. Intended for number 7, who is
Smith.
You know him, don't you? That's your cousin. So you got cousins in Southern Ohio, huh? I was wondering why one of your shoes had a higher heel than the other one. Walking down these hills. Okay, we got a Tiger spread out. Carl said, watch the fake.
Well, Wheeler's back. He's
no fake, that's for sure.
Gonna call fair catch and makes the catch.
Wheeler's pretty sure-handed, but he had to take another extra step to get up there close enough to get down with that ball. So get down. Hey, we're on the and boy, that gave you a goofy bit. We are on the 23-yard line.
I think it's this air up here. We're just so hot. We're up on top of the booth.
Oh man, there's not enough air. Okay, London's got wide out to the right and the left. Back to Laney. It's Laney night. And that's a situation where if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep, BJ's running hard tonight. Just let him keep going.
Go after them 200 yards, BJ. It's not DJ, it's BJ. No comeback? Hot? Keith's been saying it all night. Oh, well.
I said DJ once on Dusty Jones.
See, now you're going to change it up on me. Tyree setting up for a block. Landing to the right side.
That's going to be a penalty on London, looks like.
Seen flags flying.
Come from the line judge, so.
It's going to take away that first down, because I believe he did have enough for a first.
They're going to call illegal motion on London.
We've got that call on us twice. It's time to run that trick play again. I think it would work. Now, I was pretty slick. But I don't think you want a wideout person with it. You want...
Look at London here. They got Myers and Wheeler on the bottom of your screen. This is where they get single coverage on Wheeler, which they like. So it's like a straight quarterback draw.
And he goes for first down. So we will move the change. 22-14 is the score. 7:38 to go in the contest. And they're keeping that clock running. We're going to have a bunch of time left, maybe, Carl, that I don't want. Don't forget to vote for the school bond levy, folks. It's very badly needed. Here we go. 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. London's going to be content to keep Laney with the ball. And he's got a shot up the middle. He splits the two. He's all the way down to there, across the opponent's 45-yard line.
It's like number 7, Nick Smith, made the saving tackle there for the Tigers.
We got a mathematician up here. Said it had 400 yards. I'm not going to say who it was, but Red, if you're listening, that was Carl adding that up to 400 yards. Since you're so high up on Carl, why don't you buy him some coffee someday down to Dixon? Invite him down in it for coffee.
Well, first down again for the Raiders. So.
Hold on to the ball, because they're sure trying to take it. 1st and 10, and then still 1st and 10. It might be 2nd and about 9. Ball's on the 44-yard line of the Tigers. We're under 6.5 minutes to go, and they're keeping the clock running. So London has an 8-point cushion right now. I guess the main thing is to keep the clock running and win this game. BJ Laney, once again, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
BJ's going to sleep good tonight, I would think.
If he can get past them aches and pains.
Yeah.
He's going to be sore.
Okay, on the play, 3rd down.
I don't know what the single game record is for London, but I can imagine it's probably held by Mike Harris.
Yeah, I don't know. It should be. Digging back to pass.
Looking for Tyree.
Tyree, big man, hold on the ball, big Tyree. He's not used to running the ball, and he's trying to get lower than them because he knows they're going to go for his ankles. He's a load to bring down, I know that. It's another first down. I'm glad they finally got him a pass in this game. 1st and 10 on the 30. They don't know where we're coming from now as Laney spreads it wide.
He is still running hard, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And he's down to about the 14-yard line. 1st and 10.
Those legs are just pumping away, and he's going at it hard.
He picked up about 15 or 16 yards there. Ball was on the 30, and he's on the 14.
Well, not the only question at this point is, we're going to be Laney right, Laney left, or Laney up the middle.
I will say, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today.
One can still get a first down here inside the 10-yard, inside the...
Laney's picking his spots. He's looking. He's running smart, I'll tell you that. He's looking for blockers. He's looking for holes. Keeps his feet moving. So we are under the 4.5-minute mark now. 22-14. London, and they're knocking on the door. 2nd and 7 on the 11-yard line.
They're going to send Wheeler to the top of the screen. He's going to draw double coverage. Inlow's on the bottom of your screen. Laney left.
Laney left. He's got a block. And he's inside the 5.
Got Tyree and Willard out there leading the blocking. So.
And he's playing Jim Brown out there. He's not getting up too quick. He's just taking his time and saving that energy.
Looks like we might have a measurement here.
Yeah, I see Tyree call for one.
They're going to call 3rd and short, so 3rd and about a foot.
Third and about a foot. That's 3rd and a foot for first down.
Dickin around left side.
And he's in for the touchdown. Well, that's quick, wasn't it? London goes up 28-14. We're down to 3:10 to go in this contest. London slowly working their way to a win. It's just, I tell you, it's a tough situation. It seems like we've gotten better every week. And it's going to be a tightrope to find out whether we get in the playoffs.
We'll announce the playoff selections at noon on Sunday, so.
Good. I was waiting on, I couldn't see the official. He's in the spotlight there. So now we have a score of 29-14 with 3:10 to go in the contest. As Carl picks up some of the faithful fans that drove all the way down here to into the country. This is our principal. I can't say his name right offhand, but he used to work down here. We stole him away from him.
I don't know if we can see off to the side all the different school buildings here, but they must have junior high, high school, and everything all combined here. Huh?
Just wraps right around the end of the field. It's a new school. They built a new school right on to the old school. Got the fans into it now.
Looks like some of London's players trying to get the crowd a little fired up.
29-14.
I don't like it when London's fans cheer too much. This grandstand up here starts shaking pretty good.
Yeah, he put the foot to it that time. Hey, and it's going to go out of bounds. So that's going to put him all the way back to the 5-yard line. He kicked that cross field. If he'd have kicked that straight, that would have went in the end zone. Because the ball was caught on about the 10, and he kicked it across the field. They weren't expecting that. So we've buried him down on the 5-yard line. It's 1st and 10 on the 4-yard line. Thank you very much. 3:07. Yeah, we're going to use up some of this tape, huh?
I look for McLean, try to put the ball up in the air at least a little bit. You might have to run to get some field position.
They aired it out. It's going to the sideline, incomplete.
That's Hunter going for Smith with Wheeler out there covering him for the Raiders.
Wheeler and Wassmuth was both out there for London. So it's still it's 2nd and 10 now. 3:02. Here we go. Tiger's setting up the throw. He almost caught him in the end zone. He's going to get out of the end zone. And he's going to be smothered. Let's see if Jackson was in on that play. Yep. Jordy Jackson was there.
Yeah, Tyree put nice pressure on Hunter in the backfield there. Hunter did a nice job of getting around the outside to at least pick up a few yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. I don't know what Keith's doing over here. It looked like he's
trying to stretch my legs.
Doing a can. You stretch too far, you'll be down there in the stands. 3rd and 5. 29-14 London.
Got their 2 tight ends set with 2 receivers at the top of your screen. He's looking for Unger, number 99.
Oh, and Unger didn't want that ball. Unger was running before he caught it.
That's going to bring up a punting situation for the Tigers.
They're going to be punting from their end zone.
Looks like they're going to maybe take a timeout and think about this.
It's been a beautiful game. We got 2 minutes to go in the contest. London on top, 29-14. It's been well, we played them last year, but before last year, it's been quite a few years we played Greenfield. I think we kind of put a whooping on them pretty good last year.
Yeah, in fact, I think I remember Greenfield kind of thought London ran up the score last year a little bit. So.
Yeah. Give a shout out to the senior citizens. Congratulate them on their new place. And I tell you what, you're putting out some fine meals.
Gary thinks if he puts in a good plug here, he might be able to get a little extra service, a little extra helpings on his plate down there.
Well, we got Mr. Hastings that works out there, and that's my buddy. So maybe I'll get an extra portion.
What do you have to do there, Gary? Just show them your Buckeye card and then you get...
Hey, they look at me, they know I'm a senior citizen. This may be our last game this year. Hopefully not.
Looks like
We've had fun.
McLean's going to go for it here.
4th and 5 on the 10.
2 tight ends set. Look for him to try to go to Smith on the top of your screen.
Nearly intercept, and they're going to call interference.
Well, that was a late flag there, Gary.
That was not interference. So they both he hit the ball. Unless he's going to say it came over his back and then hit the ball. I guess you got to give him something.
That's going to get the Tigers first down there. But
2 minutes to go.
Definitely hear the London band right here. Well, London continues to single coverage the outside receivers. He's looking for
It's
number 4
in the air.
deep. He's out of bounds. Tell you what, JT Detweiler made a nice catch there for the Tigers, but looks like the ball was out of bounds when it was there.
I don't know if he was out of bounds or whether he fell over the man and ended up out of bounds. His feet didn't come down in bounds. But
Out of bounds.
yeah, it looked like the ball was caught in.
It was right in front of us here.
2nd and 10, 25-yard line. They're in desperation now.
Looking for Smith over the middle.
Intercepted
That's
by
Wheeler.
Wheeler.
Intercepted.
He's got a blocker. He's pointing him out. Oh, and he slides into second base. He's practicing his baseball slide.
Scott Wheeler made a heck of a block, or Scott Willard made a heck of a block.
See there? There he goes again.
Wheeler.
Wheeler and Willard. The tandem. It's tandem too? Okay, the tandem.
I guess I don't quite understand the slide routine. I think if I had a chance as a senior to maybe get a chance to score one last touchdown,
No,
I'd be going
I
for
think if you're looking, he wanted to not get beat up right there because that man had him zeroed in. He might have been trying to cover. I think he went down.
It looks like he's got double coverage on him.
Laney looking for more yardage, looking for another score. He's all the way down to about the 5. We down a minute and 38 to go in this contest, and the clock's still running. Up, they stopped the clock. 29-14. You haven't given the score much tonight.
I'll tell you what, he got 10 yards on that run, the first down for the Red Raiders. I didn't think he quite got that far, but
I thought he was going to get to the end zone there for a second.
First and goal line at the 4-yard line.
Rubbing it in. I don't care, rub it in. I mean, if that's what you want to call it, that's what football's all about, scoring points.
it looks like London's going to go into a kneel-down formation.
Minute and 8 to go.
It's like a little aggression there.
I'm not too sure that Greenfield's too happy with taking a knee. Evidently, they must not have any timeouts, or they're just not going to stop the clock.
I wouldn't think they would.
29-14. 41 seconds to go in the contest. Maybe London, maybe they took a page out of our book when we told them to take a knee in that game, and Plain City come back and scored on them. Because it was a 10-point game in, wasn't it?
It should be the last play of the ball game.
They're shaking hands, so they're going to run the clock out, call the game off. The official throws the ball off the field, and London comes out victorious, 29-14.
Well, Gary, it looks like London finished the season 7-3 with their losses coming to undefeated Licking Valley. One loss, Big Walnut, and a Northeastern team that just recently went on a little losing streak, but 3 losses to 3 very good football teams. So,
I personally feel that 2 of the losses shouldn't have been. The only loss we maybe couldn't have got around would have been Licking Valley. But other than that, I think those 2 losses, we just weren't quite ready. If we'd meet them same 2 teams now, I think it'd be an entirely different ball game.
Well, the Red Raiders definitely want to hold their head high. I mean, 7-3 is a good season. They lost to a couple good ball clubs, and well, I guess we'll find out Sunday at noon whether some upsets happen. And you know, the thought at the beginning of the year was 7-3 would be good enough to make the playoffs. But
yeah, and it seems like that's the main thing anymore. If you don't, I don't care how good your season is, if you don't make the playoffs, they feel like you haven't done anything. But this team has gotten better every week, and they got nothing to be ashamed of. They've done a good job. I'm happy with them. And if I'm happy, everybody should be happy. And that goes for you too, Red Rutherford. So anyway.
Oh, he's got the camera on us.
Oh, he tricked us. Yeah, he sets us up for a now and then.
I'll have Gary McNeil on top.
Yeah, die, fight for victory. But anyway, that's a good game, like we said. The score was 29-14. London comes out victorious. We've had a good time. I don't know what Laney's stats were, but I'm sure he got probably well over 150 yards. I'm hoping 200. And once again, this is Gary McNeil.
And this is Keith Smith. It's been a great season, hasn't it?
Right, along with Carl King. Once again, this is Gary McNeil and Carl King and Keith Smith saying good night. And I'll see you. Wait a minute. Hold it. Oh, I want to do it this time. I'll see you, but I wouldn't want to be you. You like that hat red? What do you think, baby? Adios. Goodbye.